welcome you to the Boldcasters, episode 26. My name is Clay.
My name's Jay.
My name's Justin.
Robert.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, our lineup tonight is going to be Bold City News, Technology, Netflix and Nudecker, Boldcastify Sports Update, and of course, News of the Weird. So beginning with Bold City News. This first topic, I'm personally a little apprehensive of talking about just because of my personal connections to the individual overseeing this project. But if it comes to fruition, it could easily be revolutionary to the city of Jacksonville and the revitalization of downtown. Now, to add clarity, we have a gentleman who has a proposal to redevelop McCoy's Creek, modernize it, and open it up to the St. Johns River. Has everyone seen the video?
Yeah.
Well, the concept developer is John Williams, owner of Lamb's Yacht Center and other businesses in the Jacksonville area. He has said he's already spent thousands of hours getting his vision together. He looks at it from a maritime point of view. Need to focus on the river and not just the land. If you've ever been to San Antonio, think about the Riverwalk. That's the concept. It is to basically make downtown entertainment and developed maritime center again, from what he said. He said basically the water needs to be the focus of the urban core's revitalization.
I agree with, because that is the only thing that differentiates ourselves from the middle states, so to speak. You know, the states that don't have any rivers.
Some of the flyover states.
Yeah.
With the exception of the Mississippi's.
Yeah, except for the Mississippi, and I think the Kentucky River goes through a little bit. But
Missouri.
A lot of the major cities do have the river, but they just don't interact with it.
He's got a point there.
To sum it up really quick, he wants to basically take McCoy's Creek, bust up the parking lot that it's cut off by, open it up to the St. Johns River, and then turn what McCoy's Creek is into something very similar to the Riverwalk in San Antonio.
Which can be good and bad. Talk about the homeless. They got a homeless problem out there.
To my vagrants just being around the riverbank?
Yeah, because there's constantly going to be a lot of traffic of people. It's a very transient part of town too. Like you got a lot of people coming in and visiting. They don't really kind of rush the vagrants out. Hey, I like it. It's positive. It's going in the right direction. Do I see it as being something that could actually happen? I'm all for them busting up the parking lot and making it to where it can connect. That's about as far as I see it going right now.
It's really cool. It's not practical in any way.
You're
break up that parking lot, you're cutting off their building.
Well, I think they're talking about getting rid of that building too anyways.
Yes,
They're talking about selling the building.
Yes.
Which, as the building is...
And apparently they're talking about giving over part of the land before they sell it, or however it works out.
Yeah, but that space becomes less valuable if you cut off its main parking lot in half.
But with the other developments going on around in the Brooklyn area, I'm sure they can find a substitute parking lot. And you would make so much more money with the riverfront. Basically, two river pieces, logically.
Sure. It just makes it tougher to sell it when you break it up, right in the middle like that. That land is going to be attractive regardless.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's in a hot spot right now.
Well, quick question. Would you guys see... Is it even possible to build a small miniature bridge over top of it? I mean, we're not... Those speedboats in there didn't look like they were trawlers by any means. They looked like little dinghy pieces.
Pedestrian bridge.
Yeah,
it's the parking lot connecting to that main building, so you're not going to have a bridge for a car to go over. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you don't think so?
I mean, you might be able to do it.
That's an even more elaborate workaround.
Yeah, because that's going to be your biggest issue, because that's going to be your mouth. That's going to be your biggest spot of McCoy's Creek whenever it's opened up, whenever you go to open it up.
That's going to be the biggest hurt I see.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because you've got a lot of land. You have to dig up, tear up, galvanize from the water to the current truncated spot of McCoy's Creek. That's going to be a lot of work and a lot of cost, however you look at it.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of land you got to tear up right there.
Where is that going through? I know it goes under the interstate at one point. Does it go into 5 points, or it doesn't go into 5 points?
No. This is all up near Brooklyn, in between La Villa, and goes all the way back to Mixontown, I believe.
Yeah.
Because McCoy's Creek is that area where prevalent for flooding back there in Mixontown, Lackawanna area.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that would kind of help is it would kind of alleviate some of the water.
It would.
It would be overall, maybe good for the health of the river too. The tributary open up to it again.
The biggest thing that John Williams is talking about is he's wanting to focus on the
rivers
versus the land. I mean, this is called the River City. Also, you need more river traffic, more water traffic.
Yes. Let's look at this hypothetically, though. I don't see our local economy the way it is currently. I don't see our mayors really being able to support two major. I don't really know. That's mine and Justin's biggest.
Well, he has his own financial backing based off the video. He has public and private funding that he has backed up. If they don't have to fund anything and it's all legit and it brings money to the city, why wouldn't they sign off on it?
Yeah, and that sounds really great. I feel that way about every time I hear one of these kind of projects. When they say they have their funding, you make it happen. A couple years back, there was a dude that wanted to open up a movie studio / movie theme park in La Villa called Mooneyhan Studios.
Right.
That was pretty cool. So he said he had Hollywood backing, and I'm like, all right, well, cool.
Well, cool. Do your thing.
Do that, then do it.
Obviously.
We're not discrediting Johnny. It just doesn't feel like to me it feels like Jacksonville as a whole is concentrating on the whole riverfront, on the actual river, not a tributary at this point.
Right, and I can definitely understand your thoughts and qualms. We should be definitely hesitant and apprehensive about the entire idea. And to be honest, that's because we've seen so many ideas not come to fruition. But knowing the person who's headlining this, he likes getting things done. He does not like to fail. He's a go-getter. He's got passion and determination. We truly don't know who else is involved. Apparently, he's already spoke to Shad and the Jaguars about the project, and they've already said it's complementary of each other. So that's good for the city and each other. So that definitely is beneficial. And that appears to be quite evident when you look at the animation and what it shows in the river. It plays into the river itself because it involves with a fountain that's in the middle of the river between the Main Street bridges and the Ortega.
And
the Acosta bridges.
That is by far the coolest part.
Yeah.
The tallest fountain in the world. Now, some may ask, why? Don't ask. Just do.
Ask why not.
I like the waterfall off the bridges personally.
Yes, the waterfall off the bridges.
Highly impractical, but highly rad.
Highly cool.
Very quite innovative.
Imagine fireworks off of those bridges. Oh man, it would be.
I've seen the bridge that you got that idea from because it's in Seoul, Korea. It's like a massive double-decker bridge.
Oh, sick.
And double-decker bridges aren't super pretty. They cut the water in half, and it's just this big fat thing of 2 lanes of traffic stacked on top of each other. So they just have water showering over the edge of the bridge.
That's pretty
It
sick.
looks prettier from a distance. That's a good idea.
I mean, if they do that and replace the LED lights on the bridges, that would be very
Make
very
them
cool.
LED lights because they're
not LED?
They're not LED lights.
They're really not? Oh yeah, they would put up in the...
Yeah, they did it in 2004, right when LED was still kind of a new thing.
Yeah, you're right. That's true.
So that's why they haven't
Those
replaced
lights
them.
are cool.
Because the ones that they have to buy to replace them are really expensive.
Yeah, because LED lights are
They're not the
cheap.
technology anymore. Now it's LED.
I think the concept's really amazing and innovative. We have to see where it moves forward from here.
Its big thing that it does is it creates more access to the river because it's not about looking at the river, it's getting use of the river.
Right. And
There's
this
not
you would
really
get a lot
of
of
places.
use. You could have a marina. Oh yeah, most definitely. They can have like a little satellite or miniature lambs moved up there for the downtown and Brooklyn folk.
Yeah.
You would have so many more businesses. You could have so many more riverfront businesses going down that strip of McCoy's Creek. It would be so cool. Think about the canals of Fort Lauderdale, just on a much smaller scale. It truly could be like a San Antonio Riverwalk. I mean, just look at the renaissance that's happening in Brooklyn at the moment. That would be carried over into the so-called McCoy's Creek district.
If you know a boat
Right there.
person, ask a boat person about going downtown. They'll give you things to lament about, like
The Hooters. That is like the only thing.
there's not a couple places that you can actually dock your boat. There's not a place that you can. I know some people that want to do like the kayak thing and stuff, and that seems like a crazy thing to do downtown. But some people want to do that. There's not really a place to launch your kayak in the water, even something that's small as that you can't get done. You can't fish down there.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Dumb, I don't understand it. But if you've ever been to a place like Fort Lauderdale, where you have all the canals and everything, so many things are accessible, it's so really rad.
It feels weird that it's only a thing you look at. It's not a thing that you can interact with in any way. unless you got lots of money and you drove from somewhere else with your boat. Like, you can't get in the water with your boat there.
No, you can't.
get in your water.
You can't get
in the water.
both
anyway.
sides. Like the other part that Shah Khan was talking about, past hypothesis of things that he wanted to do to his. I don't even know what to call it anymore, but
His riverfront property.
yeah, his ideas. You know, like you guys always tell me, I was born here, but I left for like 15 years. But you guys always tell me Jacksonville is good at really screwing themselves, and so like to
See the lights on the bridge.
to cap off two rivers or to two tributaries doesn't make any sense. Even to like the most brilliant person.
Yeah, we've been over and played disc golf over in Springfield.
And I often wondered why that water didn't run.
That's why.
Yeah, there you go.
They purposely blocked it off.
And they're talking about Hogan's Creek, just in case you're not familiar with that area.
It's pretty nasty.
It's
looking
pretty
stuff.
nasty water, and you don't even want to go fishing there. Which I mentioned to Justin. I was like, man, maybe we should go fishing there. He goes, I don't think so, buddy. A couple like holes later, he's like, yeah, look at this sign. It shows a 3 eyeball fish. I was like, oh.
You think you're in Springfield again?
Oh, yeah, literally, Springfield.
Yeah, Simpsons did it.
Yep. But no, you don't want any of that because that used to be contaminated all years ago. That's all part of that runoff
But
from the shipyards.
Yeah, it's pretty ratchet looking.
That's why they shut it off. But that itself would be ideal to be developed along with the shipyards, similar to McCoy's Creek.
And people have these grandiose ideas of like gondolas going down the stream. Man, you don't need to do that to make. Just give us a dock. Like, give us that pier that they were talking about a couple years back.
Hopefully, you could get that in the updated shipyards.
Hopefully, I don't know if Shock can go fishing. Man,
That'd be
you want to
ideal.
have like a perfect day in the summer. Is you go watch the Jaguars do their training camp, and then you go across the street and hit the pier and go fishing.
yeah, that's
Oh, it'd be rad, especially if you throw a seafood place right there.
You would think that's how most riverfront downtowns have it, you know?
Be so Duval. Oh, be so Duval.
That being said, this is something we will definitely keep tabs on.
yeah.
We'll see how it develops and what Mr. Williams has planned long term. So we'll keep it downtown and slide on over to Spliff's Gastropub.
It's a local eatery. It's a great place. I think we've all been there. I think even Nudecker has.
I've been there a couple times.
Yeah.
It's also basically 1904.
Yeah, just with a awesome cook from Sweet Pete's.
Is it Sweet Pete's?
Yep.
Okay. Couldn't remember.
So I hear that they're expanding, but not really expanding. They're just putting an awning to expand the amount of seats capacity.
And I like what they did with the back area already. It's real
Yeah.
chill. It's just picnic tables and a bunch of graffiti stuff. It's
Fantastic. It's really nice.
Nice. Yeah, it's a
Very
nice,
chill atmosphere.
really nice hangout in the middle of downtown. So they're just sprucing that up so they can officially consider it restaurant space.
Yes, and I guess both 1904 and Spliffs, they are going to combine forces, I guess, in order to gather a liquor license, which I was surprised.
They are
they
moving up to 51% or whatever. They're going to be, Spliffs will be increasing their seating from 40 to 120.
That's crazy.
I don't know how that place seats 40.
I would,
Yeah, I don't know
I would
either.
beg to differ on that too.
That's
but
a
whatever.
tight fit. They must be counting outside in the front and everything.
No,
But they are
Maybe they
also
count the
getting
kitchen too. I don't know.
probably bathrooms.
The,
But they're
the rail
getting-
seating.
There's technically seating in the bathroom.
Yeah, but they're getting $15,000 from the Downtown Investment Authority. That's going to help make it happen. They're going in together. The total investment in renovations will be $53,000.
So it's not horrible. And I like it because it has great beer.
Maybe they can start throwing money. Downtown Investment Authority can just start throwing money at the underbelly's lifeless corpse.
That'd be the way to
So
go
it
right
just
there.
opens again. Not that 1904 doesn't do a great job. It's just more venues. The
The more
more
venues, the more you have.
action you got
opportunity.
happening.
Yeah. But they expect that the increased sales and seating will generate up to 200 to possibly even 300,000 in revenue.
That's crazy.
Sounds good.
So
All I know is they have some dang good macaroni and cheese, which is making me want some.
Oh yeah, it's Carb City.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I love the big spliff. That's the way to go.
Oh yeah.
They got this
And they have like a
peanut buttery dessert thing. I can't remember what it was, but it was powerful.
Yeah.
Never tried that.
They're sold out all the time.
Oh, I like their cucumber salad.
Yep.
Fire.
Is it
It's
good?
mostly fat kid food though. It's pretty
Mostly.
heavy stuff in a good way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it
absolutely.
tastes really delightful.
I definitely recommend it.
Delightful.
Pretty yodel.
Can't go wrong with it. Well, here's some sad and disappointing news for Rob, I know. The last local Kmart will be leaving the Duval County area. I know everyone's disappointed by this upsetting news, because I know we're big Kmart fans. Yeah, the final one in the entire area, the final one in the area was on the west side. It was the one on Normandy.
Oh, that old one?
Yep, the one on Normandy. And the thing is, that one I don't think was that old.
Well, it's been around for...
Has it? I thought they moved that one, but who cares? No one really cares about Kmart, let's be honest.
No, Blue Light Special went out 30 years ago.
Yeah, the only reason we're mentioning it is because, well, it's the last Kmart in Jacksonville.
Yeah,
the Jacksonville area.
And
But they expect to close in early 2017. Because they closed the one in Neptune Beach and the one on San Jose this year.
Yeah,
So
I went the last couple days of the San Jose one just to see if they had it. They were still well overpriced, and they had like 2 aisles.
from what I gather, Sears isn't doing that great either.
No, they're surviving based off of their lawn equipment and their appliances.
No, they're literally surviving off of loans from their CEO.
Things are so desperate. Sears is actually selling the Craftsman brand. And just remember the fact, Kmart bought Sears.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That takes it back. Now let's take it back to a time when I worked for Kmart, when I was 17. We'll forget the other part on the way there, but we got there. Myself and our buddy here, Robert, we got down to the local Kmart. This is the one that's already been closed for probably, 10 years or so now? Something.
At least.
Located in North Blanding on the west side of Jacksonville, where it's now Pawn Shop Row. We get there. My employer at the time, I was off. Robert didn't even work there. Went in to get my check. Manager says, need you to move some TVs. I said, I'm off. I just wanted my check. He said, I don't care. I need the damn TVs moved. Bring him with you. I said, he doesn't work here. He said, I don't care. Put him to work. I want the TVs moved. So we went to the back to the storage room, and we moved probably about a dozen or more TVs. Robert broke one.
On purpose, because I was told that he didn't care, and it was good.
A little short story example of why Kmart's probably going bankrupt.
You could rent stuff for your friends.
Literally. It's like a 40-inch or something. Like I thought
Yeah.
I was going to get arrested.
And these were the old CRTs.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, those were the days walking into Kmart with your dad and mom.
It had that weird smell no matter what.
Oh, yeah, always. I mean, there's one in Macon I just went to here a couple weeks ago when I was visiting family. It still has a...
It's like a urinal cake went bad, but they just don't know where it went.
Yeah, it's like something died in the corner. You're not sure where, but something did die.
Albertsons was that way. Albertsons always smelled like chicken, not in a good way.
So true. You're kind of right.
Like a
Food
stale,
line. Food
like
line
a
too.
stale chicken, right?
Like chicken that's going bad almost. Like
I think
it's not
Old
gone
Navy
bad.
has a bad smell to
Who
it.
does?
Old Navy just smells mold.
I don't care, bro. I get 97-cent polos there.
I don't know. I've never...
Yeah,
I haven't been in Old
I work
Navy
at
enough.
home. I wear gym shorts and a tank top. I don't care anything about polos.
Why are you going clothes shopping? Stay at Old Navy.
I have a kid and a wife.
Stay at Old Navy. Stay away from my polos.
Well, what's your polos? You wear like a small. I'm fat. You don't have to worry about it.
Yes, I know Kmart. That's a wrap. I don't think anyone here is going to miss it.
I just
No.
wish they would stop playing commercials on my TV. They're not in my town anymore.
I know, that doesn't make any dang sense.
Yeah.
And the closed one now, I
They
think.
have money for commercials.
I think it's in
And they're
Gainesville.
awkward. It was like an elf in a hot tub, but it was a mug of hot cocoa or something, trying to get people to
I
jump in
think
it.
no, literally, I think the closest one is Gainesville now.
Or St. Mary's.
I don't recall seeing a Kmart commercial because, like,
I haven't seen one in a
they're
while.
broke.
They play on Hulu a lot.
That's different. That's national.
And I saw it on Fox the other night.
Ah, goodness. Well, I guess we'll slide it on over to technology.
Good one.
Yeah. Interesting news piece. The most unlikely hacker you would ever think. A 6-year-old, Ashlyn Howell of Little Rock, Arkansas. I mean, I'm from Arkansas, of all places. The enterprising young 6-year-old came to light in a Wall Street Journal story. Synopsis, she basically ordered a bunch of presents on Amazon using her mother's sleeping thumbprint. Basically, she went through while her mom was sleeping, grabbed her thumb, put it on her phone, and proceeded to go and order a bunch of crap on Amazon.
Like you see in the movies when they knock somebody out and they put their finger
Onto the door,
on the door to open
to
it
get
up.
safe.
Yeah.
I still
whatever.
think mommy was drunk.
Probably so. I mean, it's Arkansas. How else do you live in Arkansas? Well, the Howell families figured it out after they started getting confirmation emails from Amazon about the items she had ordered. that they had like $200 or no, almost $300.
That's like $250, I think.
Yeah, worth of stuff on the way. It was already on its way.
It's like Pokemon. And
A whole bunch of Pokemon stuff she ordered.
Smart kid.
Genius kid, let's be real. They were only able to return 4 items.
I'm surprised they got that. And they probably got their Amazon account canceled over because they do not like returns.
No.
No, they don't.
It brings to light how smart kids are in the age of technology. 1, how smart kids are, obviously. And 2, just the accessibility it is for someone to use a thumbprint on different items and different applications.
Yeah, it's definitely true.
For my Starbucks Gold Card, I just use my thumb, and I can reload however much I want to put on it.
We'll just stay awake all the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Problem solved.
I didn't even know they had a gold card.
Well,
That's the word on the street from what I'm told.
yeah, they have a gold card. They also have a team card for Chick-fil-A that I just found out about too.
What?
Yeah, Jason's moving up in the world.
What do
You
you
get free
what does it
chicken
do for
sandwich
you?
after every meal.
After every meal?
No. So
He gets to go to the actual place and see what the chickens talk. The cows.
Well, actually, it's funny you say about that. That I actually did get an email asking if I wanted to go to Georgia, see like their first little spot. But obviously, I can't because I work, at a grocery store, and it's not timing priced. But I thought it was pretty cool.
Just give me a free spicy sandwich.
Oh yeah. That's essentially what it does. It gives you free spicy sandwich or free Chick-fil-A sandwich every like 10 meals.
I don't want a Chick-fil-A based vacation. I just want a spicy chicken sandwich.
I'm like the only person who's never liked Chick-fil-A, probably.
Really?
I've never liked them.
Do you do their breakfast?
It's because you hate Jesus.
I've never liked their breakfast.
Does this
You don't
go into
like-
the issues that you have with the Lord?
Yeah, this
I don't
gotta
have
be.
issues. I just don't believe.
You don't believe in
Some kind of
chicken?
issue. How do you not
I just
believe in
don't like
chicken?
their chicken, and their people there are creepy. No one's that nice. I always think they're defecating in my food. I just
No,
don't
they're
want to eat
definitely
them.
that nice.
When I was there, always
And
nice.
just to make
I
it
like
clear for anyone listening,
I love
the other 3
Chick-fil-A.
of us love Chick-fil-A. We were very pro Chick-fil-A here. So just because
upstanding
Robert is no soul and hates Chick-fil-A, we cannot help this. Those comments are not reflective on Boldcastify.
I approve that message, actually.
You've never had a spicy chicken
I
sandwich?
have, and they don't taste good.
They're great, actually, though.
Everyone I've ever had is dry.
I am
They
very disappointed
smile
in
too
your
much.
taste buds.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong.
How can I do it wrong? They're the one who cooked it.
What kind of dry chicken sandwich? Like, I ate Chick-fil-A earlier today.
I went to Christian Chicken in the town center when I worked there, and every time I ate there, it sucked balls.
I feel like I half raised you wrong. I feel like I went wrong.
Yeah, you made me an alcoholic, so I mean that's
Listen.
probably right.
Listen, guys. I used to go to a school. They had Chick-fil-A Day, where you
What?
could. Yes, it was privilege.
There was very few privileges there, but
Whiteness.
This is one of the privileges.
Was it a Christian school?
It
I
was.
wonder why.
And so we had Chick-fil-A Day, and they would just mass order regular Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and you could order them. They just pull it out of a cooler and like, here you go, Chick-fil-A sandwich. And it was more expensive than if you got a Chick-fil-A, and it had been sitting in a cooler for like 30 to 40 minutes, so it was kind of soggy. But guess what? It was still delicious.
That's pretty cool.
That's the testament.
I remember we get them when I worked at Publix.
Yeah. That's my testimony for Chick-fil-A. I can testify.
You know what we had when we were in school? We had a special line. You get a little round pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Those are pretty cool.
We had pizza too.
Those are cool. Those are some of the best pizzas too. Probably most crap.
Personal.
Little personal pizzas. They're $2. Heck yeah.
They're probably like $7.
ours were $5. I think those sandwiches too. They're just like they're like $4.50 or something.
Oh yeah, some serious price gouging.
Oh yeah. I had to be some price gouging because these were about yay big.
Yeah.
And for an
But
example,
weren't they
yay
donated
big.
to the school? Like paid
Yay
for
big
them?
is really bad for radio.
Yeah, yay big. My example of yay big is probably about 5 inches.
No, it was about that.
I'd
big.
say about 4.5,
For
maybe.
those
Okay, 4.5.
listening, it was about that big.
About that big.
Yeah.
But it was pretty thick. It was like a deep dish.
Yeah, it was good. You
Yeah.
can tell they didn't make it there. They was like microwaved or something.
Oh yeah, someone had to bring that in because anything else that was made there was pure crap.
It always cured my hangover.
Yes, very true. It was
Which
always
is probably
good for-
really sad because it was middle school, but whatever.
Hey Duval, and I did not contribute to that hangover at all. That's Duval for you. Anyways, moving on with another piece of technology news. Twitter, once again, CEO Jack Dorsey was asked leading into 2017, what would you like to see? What improvement would you like to see? The biggest thing everyone wanted to see was wanting to edit their tweets. Everyone wants to edit tweets. They said they are working on it. Now, they said it's a possibility, but they said the biggest question is they really don't want revisionist history. Basically, someone says for an example, someone supports something, supports a person, that goes awry.
They go back in time.
Let's say somebody goes on
edit it,
a
and then
tirade at
retweet
3 in the morning saying that global warming is something made up by the Chinese and it's bullshit. And then let's say that person runs for president.
Right.
They could edit those tweets and then they won't exist anymore, and that would be a bummer.
Well, even now, there's a couple of things you can follow that say this person tweeted this, and they'll save it, and then you can follow this person and still read that tweet even though they deleted it.
Oh, people screenshot them.
Yeah. So even if they do that, they're still going to have the original tweet somewhere.
Yeah, so
Usually, nothing's deleted from the internet is the reality.
So
if
really,
you say it on Twitter, somebody got it.
So
Kardashian might be able to delete a drunk photo, but it's going to be there the next day no matter what.
Question. So are we going to be able to edit our tweets, or
Well, that's the whole point.
or
a lot of people
or is
want
the company going to edit them for us?
They'll probably start
They
that
didn't
you
specify,
can, but
probably.
they probably would move to be able to edit it yours.
I think it would be more about editing your
own.
your tweets, because if you misspell something, you just got to delete it and try it again.
And that's all I do right now, because
That's fine. I mean, that's the spirit of Twitter is just stream of consciousness as it's coming out of your
for
brain.
160
Boom, let it
characters,
go.
right?
You got 140 characters.
140.
With. Actually, no, they've expanded that. They're kind of losing what makes Twitter special.
unique, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a way to, I don't even know, I might be spitballing here. Is there a way to make it to where, like, after a tweet's been out live for like a week or so, you can't edit it or something? I don't know. There's probably got to be some.
I mean,
some sort of-
logically, there should be something like that.
Something that
especially if it's been out even an hour. And that's what they're worried about. They don't want revisionist history where
I
hypothetically Donald Trump says something like
Or-
erratic, or even Barack, whoever you want
or
to say.
Trent Dilfer.
Oh god, he comes out and says something.
Like during the elections, I got all these really interesting tweets from Donald Trump, like 2 years ago, about how global warming was made up by the Chinese.
Right.
Like, that's something that he really said off the cuff at one point. He was just sitting on his toilet, just shooting out tweets.
Gold toilet.
Sure, but he's just shooting out tweets.
It'll be
and just
platinum,
like,
man.
boom, this is what's on my brain. China made up global warming. Done. Send it out. Let everybody in the world read that. And that's kind of what's beautiful about Twitter.
Yeah, Matt Miller knows a lot about this too.
Yes.
I watched Jimmy Smith curse out J-Nubs on Twitter once.
Fantastic.
Fred Taylor talked to me on Twitter.
Yeah.
And like that interaction,
Would
not
never-
only the fact
would
that it
never
happens so
happen.
easy, but the fact that like you can go back, like retweet that thing from 5 years ago. Boom, there it is. It's like,
It's like fresh.
that's cool.
Well, I mean, it's like Nubs, I'm pretty sure, wants to take away a few things he said to Jimmy in that
Sure,
conversation.
but it's out there.
But it's
Yeah.
out there. You can't edit it. You can't get rid of it. Unless you deleted it, but it's still out there.
Yeah,
But the thing is, you can't.
Those are definitely screenshotted.
You can't edit the whole thing and go.
One of my
"Oh,
favorite traditions as a Jaguar fan is when people like retweet some of their stuff from the beginning of the season.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it'd be like Facebook, because you can edit your stuff now, but if you want, you can see the original post.
Right.
So most likely it'll be that. Well, it will show edited,
That-
and you probably click and see the original
That'll
compared
be
to
cool.
this.
I could deal with that.
Doesn't need to be Facebook. I am not on Facebook very often because I prefer it to be its own thing. It's different in a good way. I like what Twitter is, and
To me, it's more personable.
I can't figure out why Twitter can't capitalize on their own success. I mean, like, fucking Arab Spring launched through Twitter, basically, and the leader of the free world uses Twitter as like his main platform. you
All
know?
right.
Oh, yeah.
So,
But they can't capitalize on that success for some reason.
all right. So, something that I just read is kind of intriguing. So, when you retweet something, that's the problem that they're going to have. And say the original tweeter posts it and then edits it. They don't know that the software isn't there yet to correct the retweets.
Right.
So that is something to think about.
So it could be a while from when we get to that point. But I know a lot of people are out there. A lot of people are really interested in getting to that point. So it will definitely be something to keep abreast because it's something people have been curious about for a long while. Some kind of editing platform, something. But I do like the 140 characters. I would probably say maybe 160.
They've got a thing where you can tweet longer now.
Yeah, they got an app for it.
Yeah, tweet longer, I know.
No, like,
They do?
the official
I didn't
Twitter
know
app has made it to where you can do that now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's 160.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Oh, I missed that somewhere.
I'm still trying to get a hold of Twitter. I haven't been doing it long enough.
It's the reason I like Twitter so much is usually before the news catches it, I already got it.
Yeah.
It is kind of cool. It's like the news got to set up, got to get their connections back to the headquarters or something like that, and you're just like, oh shit, it's already happened.
People use it for different things, and like some people.
I use it just to follow random wrestling. Like, I can almost watch a full wrestling show based off of one guy when he posts on GIFs.
Yes, watching somebody live tweet something can make it way better.
I just
Especially the
follow
comments,
interesting
too.
If you,
Like,
I
Twitter is
like
great.
Jaguar Twitter is always really fun to
Jaguar's
watch.
Twitter is a lot of fun because it's
Jaguar's Twitter is something unique.
that's really fun on game day. Walking Dead's pretty fun when it's live.
You know,
on
I
Jaguar.
actually have not thought about that. I'm gonna have to do that.
It's pretty fun.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, certain things.
Any
are better.
major
the election
event.
was great.
Oh, yeah. Just any
Reactions
major
on
event,
Twitter.
watching that and following along with Twitter and just the play-by-play, it's just amazing. Just the highs and the lows.
And no other social media can touch it for
No,
stuff like
not
that.
at all.
The immediate reactions during debates and stuff was fantastic on Twitter.
Thanks for joining us. Follow us on Boldcastify, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, and any other social media platform you can think of. Have a great evening, and good night. Live bold. Think bold. Boldcastify.
Scary Show. Scary Show.